Hello again. This is Ben Hitchcock Cross talking to you today for Deliberate Indifference, Wisconsin. We're facing one of those litmus tests here for the Milwaukee Board of School Directors. We have Bob Peterson's imminent retirement, among other things, so I think there's a push here to clean up some business. One of the things, we've got this meeting agenda here. One of the things that's on the list is that's been noticed, it's been revised several times. But there's an action on a request to retire to closed session for consideration of a possible action on employment compensation performance evaluation data relative to the Senior Director, Office of Accountability and Efficiency. So that means Matt Chason. So this is one of those moments, like right after when Bob Peterson's school board voted to extend Posley's contract after it had come out what he had done to Dr. Keither, what he had done to Deb Bowling, what he had done to others. And it's not like he didn't admit what he had done to Dr. Keither to the board. We've got that pretty clear. Go look at the Tony Baez recording. And they ratified it. So that's we're in one of those moments now where the board is either going to ratify Mr. Chason's behavior or not. So he could be up for retaliation. I mean, he made those public statements there about Posley's out of work policy and remote work policy. And just to be clear on that, where's Marla Brunei in all this? Isn't she the director of remote work? Haven't heard a peep from her. I haven't seen actually anything that says that the board actually cut her salary. We have all these rumors that she's hiding out here downtown at the maintenance building, but nobody can confirm that. Certainly nobody's seen any evidence that her salary's been changed. Nobody's seen any evidence that really anything other than the status quo is going on. So it seems like the board's ratified that. There's been talk, and we've seen that from the board, a lot of talk, but we all know that the board the only thing that matters from the board is board action. So this is why I say this is going to be one of those litmus tests here, because we'll see if Matt Chason gets a raise or not. We'll see. And if he does, then we know that Bob Peterson's putting his stamp of approval on Matt Chason's sort of, well, to be clear, the big issue here is that while Matt Chason, just like the board, talks a good game, he, just like so many others, has no idea how to do his job, has Googled, in fact, his information, and otherwise is entirely reliant on his own imagination and his predecessor's explanation of his job to him. There's so many who are like that, and we're going to go through them one by one, but that's Posleyism all over. That's, complete incompetence and having to Google basic information about the tenets of your job, complete non-mastery over it, and a violent reaction towards anybody who even makes you think that they might be aware that you're totally incompetent. That's Posleyism right there. So we're going to see if, it's Bob Petersonism too, because Bob Peterson and the board are the ones who are ratifying it. So we'll see here, and this is what's going to happen. They're going to go into closed session because they daren't do it in public. But if they did, the one piece of information that we're going to have again is he going to get a raise or not? And if he does, we'll know that the board approves of everything that Matt Chason did. Which again, you just look back at the fraternization issues with Calvin Furman and Bulow Vetter and that whole thing that Matt Chason was up to his ears in that we've revealed here on this channel. It's very clear that Matt Chason did what he was told. He got Miriam Horowitz in there. Matt, this is the guy who threw his papers at Keith Posley and said, if you're going to just let him do whatever he wants on Deborah Keither, then these policies aren't really worth the paper that they're written on. He tried to play that down in his deposition, but I think it was very clear from the Tony Baez that he meant it at the time. But, somehow he made the decision that it was better to go along with Bob Peterson's school board and Posleyism and protect his paycheck. Remember, if they threatened so many, he must have gotten that message either directly or indirectly, and so that's where he is. So we'll know if that behavior is approved or disapproved of by Bob Peterson's school board soon enough. So as always, Bob Peterson and your school board, it's time for you to make a change and to stand up. And what you're doing here by leaving out the back door in a cowardly fashion is not something that we would have wished for you. We thought you were going to be better than this, and it doesn't seem like you're going to prove us right. So we are sad, but that's how things go. Here we are, as we say. So stick with us. We'll keep you informed. Have a great day.